Good afternoon and welcome to Joan Benoit Samuelson Track and Field and Freeport's educational Channel 14's coverage of Falcon football. Today, homecoming weekend 2018, and the Falcons hosting the Seagulls of Old Orchard Beach. Old Orchard comes in 3-3 on the season. Freeport having a terrific year at 5-1. And this game, though, has been marked for a long time, and usually you want that homecoming game being a team that you need some extra support and energy from the crowd, and the home crowd is here even though there is a wet, slight rain falling. It seems to be subsiding now, and maybe we'll get a dry game in here as it's been raining most of the morning. Hello, everybody. I'm Jay Harper along with cameraman Gage Arsenal as we bring you today's coverage. We even have our band here today, and it'll be exciting to see them and the young cheerleaders joining the Freeport High School cheerleaders. So big support, beautiful turf field, ready for some action. We got the captains out on the field as we get the word from our officials who will be kicking off and who will be receiving to start today's contest. Last night we had a couple of outstanding games. The boys and girls soccer teams both hosted Cape Elizabeth. The boys won a very exciting 2-1 game. The girls lost 1-0. And a game that Cape dominated but didn't score until 5 minutes left, and then Freeport had two great chances at the end to tie it, but unfortunately. So the beach will kick off. Freeport will receive the opening kickoff, and people are starting to settle in. I'm sure the crowd will grow as this is a 2:30 start, and the rain's starting to stop. We'll get more people probably to join us here today. Great crowds last night on a breezy, cool evening. And Freeport has had a very dangerous backfield, and quarterback Panciocco having a good season, and they have Adam Ulrichsen, Adam Mishu, Caden Benedict, three really talented guys who can carry the ball. Trey Morris not playing today. He's had some good plays for the Falcons this year. He had 3 touchdowns the last time, but he is not playing this afternoon. The Falcons will have to fill the void of a couple of players. The band has started, and it's pretty exciting to have the band here today. Sean McEwen, the director and band teacher here at FHS, getting them out and involved. Just the first year of this beautiful facility, and already it's making a difference within the Freeport community. Official having a long conversation with the kicking team, not sure what that's all about. Old Orchard has some interesting program notes with players not listed numerically but listed by class, so finding names and numbers is a little bit tricky here today. Kicking off for them will be Dale Lord, number 34. He also plays quarterback for them. Looks like he's a left-footed kicker. It's a short onside kick, muffed on the turf. It went 10 yards. Let's see. They're not saying who got it yet. It is Old Orchard. Old Orchard with an onside kick to start the game. And that was recovered by number 20 for them. Peter Coleman comes up with it. So Orchard will start with a 1st and 10 on the Freeport 49-yard line. In the first play, a run off to the side with Lord keeping, no gain on the play. Brought down there by Demers for Freeport. Second down and 10. Lord with Mago to the left of him. Two receivers split to the far side. Looks to throw. Big ball out there. The receiver's there. He's got it. The catch, the cutback, and he's down inside the 20-yard line. An excellent throw by Lord, and nice catch out there by number 2, Sean Pratt. So Pratt with a 30-yard reception, and it's first down and 10 in the red zone for the Seagulls. Pratt comes split to the near side, same formation in the backfield, and it'll be the quarterback keeping again. He only breaks free for about a gain of 2. Quarterback keeper, Dale Lord, pick up about 2. Second down and 8. As we said, Falcons coming in 5-1, Old Orchard 3-3. But both teams had this game marked on their calendar for a while now. They fake to Mago. It'll be Lord again. Lord cuts inside, slips down. A little bit of loose, wet turf there as he, not loose because, yeah, it is natural turf. Lord off the right side, a pickup of 2, setting up a third down. It'll be 3rd and 5 now for the Seagulls. Most likely in 4-down territory, so they have the advantage to be able to do that as well. Davies and Pratt split to the near side. Mago in the backfield along with Lord. Lord shortens up his shotgun formation, puts him up offsides. That's going to be motion on Mago. Ooh, he says it's the other way around. Looked like Mago jumped before. They're having a discussion now. I didn't see anyone on the line move for Freeport, but I was watching Mago, and he looked like he took a step early. A long discussion now trying to decide, because I think 2 officials have it differently. 9:47 to play, opening quarter. Freeport was to receive the opening kickoff. Old Orchard went with a surprise onside kick and recovered. Yeah, looks like they're going to mark it against Freeport. So a long discussion, and they conclude it was Freeport who jumped, and that should be very close to first down. Let's see if they'll give it to him.
Offside on the Freeport defense. 3rd down and inches.
So it'll be 3rd and short now, and they stick with a shotgun. Lord in the backfield. They like to feature him. Big run through. We have a flag thrown in. This could be holding. That's usually in the holding territory. So the game has come to a slow standstill here with the yellow flags. And again, another long discussion. Blocking below the waist. And so we'll see. That could be a spot foul. Yeah, he started to march towards Freeport. These guys are really having a slow start to their game. Get it together, boys. So that'll push back the Seagulls. And that'll set up a 3rd and a little more than 10 now. Lord's going to keep again. He gets some room to the outside. Gets by 1, not another. And that'll bring up a 4th down now in about 5 or 6 here. And inside the red zone here, they will definitely be able to go for it. Mago has yet to carry. It's been Lord, either by arm or by foot. And they get the Falcons to jump again. At least they were decisive on that one. That was easy to call. Made the right call. They'll mark off 5, and that should be enough for first down. Very costly mistake for the Falcons as they start here. 2 offsides penalties. A muffed onside kick. And now that'll set up a 1st and goal to go. Ball resting pretty much at the 8-yard line. Again, it'll be Lord up the middle. He has some room. Lord into the end zone. Touchdown. So, auspicious start for the Falcons as Old Orchard able to capitalize on the miscues. 4th and 5 and jumping off sides. That's just something you cannot do. Good teams don't do that. And they had 2 defensive offsides in that series. And Lord, as we said, he's the featured back. Pretty good sized kid. And so far, Mago has just been a decoy back there. Orchard will go for 2 here. 8:48 to play. He's going to roll it out. Looking for pass. Throws up. Intercepted. Intercepted by the Falcons defense. Aiden Mishu with a pick to thwart. So 8:48 to play. It's 6-0 Old Orchard Beach. And they'll kick off for a second time. "49-yard drive, and it probably featured about 11 plays. It was a slow-moving drive, even though they got 30 yards on second down with the long pass from Lord to Pratt. But numerous penalties, 1 against Old Orchard, 2 against Freeport, and finally Lord from 8 yards out. Dale Lord getting Old Orchard on top, 6-0. The front people looking a little more aware here. No, another little bobbler. Dangerous one, still bouncing. Oh my. And it looks like the Falcons finally able to get on it. It looks like Benedict. Almost a second one. I don't know that was intentional, but it was a bounding ball that went right through the Freeport front 7 and finally recovered. Freeport will have decent field position at their own 38. And we'll see this offense now that has been doing a great job so far this season. Panciocco, only a sophomore, he runs the show at quarterback. And then he's got some great backs to go to and use. Adam Ulrichsen has been terrific. He was last year as only a freshman. He's only as a sophomore. He's now a junior. Great season last year, and he's been really solid again this year. Officials will stop and play again. They're over talking to the Old Orchard bench, and they have really made this game quite choppy here in the first quarter. No flow to the game so far. 1st and 10 now. Falcons come out in the full house backfield. It'll be Ulrichsen. Ulrichsen keeping his feet moving. Great run. He'll get 8.
Adam Ulrichsen runs the ball for the Falcons. Pick up of 8 yards. 2nd and 2.
Some guys missing up front for Freeport. They're using some younger kids in there, and they're going to have to fill some big holes. And now down 6-0 Let's see if the Falcons can respond here. Go to the fullback, Benedict. Benedict. The ball stripped out. The ball stripped and recovered. Benedict looked like he had 8 yards and an easy first down. It looked like a late ball coming out. And that's Casey Kosian. Kosian looked like the one who ripped it out and recovered. If Freeport, only 2 plays on offense, and once again, Orchard has the ball back. Good job by the defense of Old Orchard. Benedict had a big game there, another 8 and 8, but he got in on the ball, and you saw him rip. Didn't look like he got the ball out, but he did. Picked it up and moved forward. They finally use somebody other than Lord. It's Mago. He gets 2 yards on the play. And last time they started at Freeport's 49. This time they start at Freeport's 48. Great field position, and certainly putting themselves in great position here early in this game, leading 6-0 and the ball again. Lord looking to throw. The ball almost picked off. Cassell was in there on coverage for Freeport. He had a chance at it. It'll be 3rd down and 8 now. Falcons desperately need a stop here. Try to get the ball back. They've only had 2 offensive plays so far as we're almost halfway through the first quarter. Gonna pass again. Davies out there. Good coverage. The ball a little bit overthrown. Cassell again on coverage, and Davies the intended receiver. And that'll bring up a 4th down and 8 yards, and most likely a punting situation. Let's see if Lord handles those duty as well. Looks like Benedict deep. It's a short kick off to the left. That'll take a huge bounce. And did it go out of bounds? It rolled into the end zone, but they're going to rule it out. Rolled out at the 10. So pretty good kick right there for Lord, and the Falcons will start deep in their own territory. 7:14 to play, opening quarter. You're watching Freeport's Educational Channel 14, Falcon football. Jay Harper along with Gage Arsenal. We're down inside the first floor of the press box here today because of the rain. Seems to have stopped now, but got a pretty solid setup here. And Freeport again with their second possession. They've only run 2 offensive plays, and they were supposed to have received the opening kick, but the onside kick recovered by the Beach, and they took it down the field for a touchdown. The Falcons fumbled on their second play. Ulrichsen up the middle, takes a hit right out of the gate. He's driven down for a short gain. Jacob Method, the tackle for Old Orchard. Method, a junior. He'll get 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7 now. Fake toss, counter, got big hole, beautiful move. Oh, well-designed play right there. Mishu. Again, the fake toss, the quarterback Panciocco fakes up high like he's tossing it, then quick little handoff cutting through, and a big gain through there gain of 15 yards. It'll be 1st and 10. The ball out at the 32-yard line. Ulrichsen on the toss. Almost broke it. Brought down for a gain of about 6 yards. Lord in on the tackle for Old Orchard.
Those ball out to the 39-yard line. 2nd down.
Old Orchard's 3-3 record. They lost the first game of the year to Maranacook 8-0. They beat Sockabee 28-6. Their common opponent with Poland. Freeport got manhandled by Poland, but as did the Beach, 32-0. It'll be Ulrichsen again. Cuts inside, be very close to a 1st down. Old Orchard lost 43-12. So it's a 31-point loss there, and Old Orchard a 32-point loss. So very similar results against Poland. Poland has an outstanding football team this year, doing a great job. Dirigo beat Poland, and Freeport actually beat Dirigo by 20, so another common opponent there. They set up a measurement. It'll be just short. It'll be 3rd and inches for the Falcons.
Ulrichsen's run just short of the 1st down. 3rd and inches from the 42.
Crowd is definitely filling in now as the rain has stopped. Not a lot of wind today, which is nice. Last night here it was a really breezy evening for the boys and girls soccer game. It's still pretty raw out there, but the wind would absolutely make it miserable. 3rd and inches. Let's see if they'll go with the quarterback keeper. They'll go to the fullback, Benedict. He'll get enough. And a Falcon 1st down.
Gabe Benedict runs the ball over the middle for a Falcon 1st down.
Orchard coached by Dean Plant, longtime coach for the Seagulls, and one of their new assistants, John Glant, taught phys ed here for about 3 years. He used to play at Massabesic and also coached Massabesic and Deering High School, was the head coach there. Now he's an assistant. Ulrichsen doing a little dancing. Oh, they're going to throw a flag. And I saw that. That was not a block in the back. It was an incidental bump. But that'll all come back. Excellent run by Ulrichsen. There's 2 blockers out there on the play, and one guy accidentally hit a guy in the back, and it was not even, it was hardly any contact whatsoever, and he was being blocked in the front, and he just got bumped as the Freeport player was coming around.
Legal block on Freeport. Freeport will replay the 1st down, 1st and 18.
So now it's 1st and long. Falcons being affected by miscues and penalties here so far today, and we'll get another one. My goodness.
Ball start on Freeport.
It's going to be a long afternoon if this continues.
1st down.
Legal shift. So it'll be 1st and 23 now. Nishu on a toss, only gets a few.
Gabe Mishu with a short gainer to
4:30 to play in the opening quarter. 6-0 Old Orchard. Falcons struggling both sides of the ball here so far. Penalties and miscues, and trying to recover now from a 1st and 23. Panciaco getting pressured, gets away. He'll run it now. Good move inside, still going. Hold on to the ball. Still fights forward. Nice game. Be well short, though, of the first down, but it'll put it in a makeable situation. 3rd and almost 14. The thing with Freeport, they have a couple of options here because their running game is so strong. Got 3 solid backs, so they obviously can still run the ball. Cassell comes to the near side. It's going to be Ulrichsen on the run. Trying to get by the corner. Ulrichsen cuts inside. He'll have a first down. Adam Ulrichsen all the way down to the 33-yard line.
Runs for a big gain. Old Orchard 30-yard line. We got 32. First down Freeport.
Gain of 23 on the play for Ulrichsen. Again, he's got the speed and great move outside. Solid cutback. And Freeport, for the first time today, inside Old Orchard territory. Cassell splits to the near side, double slot formation with Benedict, the lone back, the fullback in the backfield. They go to Benedict, has some room up the middle, running into his own man, but he'll get 9, maybe 10. See where they spot him down. Freeport's backfield impressive for a lot of reasons. Number one, they're darn good. And second reason, you got 3 sophomores and 1 junior. Michoud, Benedict, Panciaco, all sophomores. Ulrichsen, the junior. They'll send Cassell to the far side of the field. Again, same formation, double slots. Michoud goes in motion. They'll run the toss to Benedict out of the fullback slot. It's being chased out there. Grabbed and thrown down. Nice play on the outside by Sean Pratt. Pratt able to get a hand on the jersey and wrestle and threw Benedict down. 2nd and a little more than 10. Timeout called by Old Orchard. With that timeout, we'll take a quick pause. 1:50 to left here in the first quarter. Old Orchard 6, Freeport 0.
I'd like to say thank you to the Freeport High School.
We're back. 2nd down and 10 now for the Falcons. Old Orchard using the timeout. A run, Ulrichsen breaks it out to the left side, cuts inside, brought down. Nice tackle right there.
Adam Ulrichsen
Not much of a gain on 2nd down as well.
for a short game. 3rd down and 9, Freeport.
So 3rd down and 10 now. Paillet on that tackle for Old Orchard. A fake counter again. Nice move to the outside. Michoud, what a move. Touchdown. Wow. He cut in, faked in, and just rattled out, left the guy standing still. Beautiful play. 21-yard touchdown run for Michoud. The 2nd time they've run that play, and it's worked to perfection both times. That one was awesome, and we're tied at 6. Freeport looks like they'll go for 2 here. What a great move by Adam Mishu. Two-point try. They'll run the toss. It's Mishu again. Cuts it inside. Does he get in? They say no. So close to the goal line.
Carries on the conversion test. Just short.
Aiden Mishu, wow. They went to him again after that great run. This time, though, he's thwarted right at the goal line. But with 1:06 to play, it's now 6-6. We got ourselves a game. Falcons recovering from miscues and penalties to start. All 3 of those, the backfield, Ulrichsen, Benedict, and Mishu, all played freshman basketball for me. All good athletes. Good basketball players, but I think I like their football games even better. Jay Harper with you, along with Gage Arsenault, handling the camera here this afternoon. Homecoming weekend. And now the fans have a little something to cheer about. It is so great to have the band here, and completely different atmosphere with them around, and just adding a little more spark to this one. We'll get a shot of the cheerleaders later. They got the young cheerleaders here too, which is great. Low lining kick, bounces up, touched. Still loose on the field. Old Orchard able to pick it up and brought right down immediately. Looks like Demers in on the stop.
Brought down by Hunter Demers.
Cheerleaders now throwing up some stuff at us. First and 10 for the Seagulls. Dale Lord has been the featured back at the QB position. Number 8, Mago, has touched the ball once, but Lord's been running and throwing. He looks to throw this time. Receiver open, caught in the flat. It'll be a short gain of about 3, maybe 4. Davies on the reception out there.
Swing pass out to Jake Davies. Brought down by Danny Fox. Pick up with about 2.
Fox in on the stop
Down and 8.
for the Falcons. Orchard signaling the plays in from the sideline. A long pause looking at it because the Beach doesn't huddle. This time they go to the back. Looks like Paye, number 6 in there. Let's see. Yeah, it is Paye. And Demers in on the stop. Once again with a good hit. Gain of 3, though. It'll set up 3rd down and 4. And that'll end our first quarter of play. After 1 here in Freeport. Falcons 6, Seagulls 6. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this. Welcome back as we're set for second quarter action. Old Orchard facing a 3rd down and 4 now. The ball at their own 41. Lord runs off the right side. He'll have a first down and a little bit more. A gain of 8 on the play. It'll set Old Orchard Beach up. 1st and 10. The ball at their own 48-yard line. See Old Orchard coaching staff, they use hand signals to send it in the play. Davies and Pratt split out to the near side of the field. It'll be Lord to the far side of the field. He just takes it from the shotgun snap and just looks for a hole and goes. He's going to be one tired young man if they keep featuring him the entire afternoon. He's already carried the ball at least 14 times, I would guess.
Second down and 5.
Gain of 5 on the play. They're going to throw. Fires out to the flat. Intended for Davies. Thrown behind him. He was open. Looked like Lord rushed that a little bit. Third and a long 5 now as they quickly run in. Again, Pratt. Again, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Third offsides by the defense. And again, on a crucial 3rd down. And the quarterback's definitely given a hard count. As long as he doesn't move his head big or do anything other than that, that's legal. But Demers jumping again on that one. And they're going to come out for a measurement. Anything to slow down this game a little bit more. There will be a first down. It was interesting today before I came up here. I was watching College Game Day with Reese Davis and Lee Corso, Kirk Herbstreit, and Desmond Howard as they go to a site. They're at Michigan today for the Michigan-Wisconsin game. But the guest pickers, the celebrity guest pickers of the games, they picked like 10 games. It was the Chainsmokers, Drew Taggart and his partner were there, and just cool to see him. Freeport grad, Drew Taggart, half of the Chainsmokers, and they had about a 15-20 minute segment with College Game Day. Another flag comes in, and a big gain of nearly 10 there. We'll see if that comes back. Mago gets a rare carry. Well, it seems to be the case. Last time Freeport jumped off sides and Old Orchard had a blocking below the waist penalty and they got moved back. But then Freeport jumped off sides again. This game has definitely not been a well-played game by any stretch. Turnovers and penalties have been the featured plays of the day. They'll set up a first down and 20 now, and Lord looks to throw. Sets up, has a man out there, 2 defenders there. The defenders, though, Freeport's cornerbacks never looked for the ball, never found the ball. They might have been looking, but they didn't find it. But it does fall incomplete. It'll be Lord again. And it's not Dear Lord, but Dale Lord on the carry. He'll get 6. He comes up limping.
Lord on the keeper. 3rd down, 12.
Looks like he's coming out of the game. He limps off. We'll have a new quarterback. Looks like it's Davies. That'll move from his receiver position to the QB position. 3rd and 12. Mago with a lot of room. Butts it up inside. It'll come up short, though. We'll see what Old Orchard does here. It'll be 4th and about 5. The ball spotted at the 37 of Freeport. It's kind of in that area where you don't always punt. You don't have a lot to gain, so they will go for it here. Let's see if the Falcons jump offside. You think their coaching staff... Oh, my goodness. Freeport is saying that Old Orchard moved. We'll see. is, fortunately for the Falcons. Again, I was just saying, it's big play again, 4th down, about 5 yards. This is where Freeport jumps off sides. Fortunately, it was not offsides. Is that Matt Hines? But he was drawn off and he made the contact. So 4th down and 10 now. Old Orchard trying to decide what they're going to do here. They're going to call a timeout. Okay. To figure out how long this first half is. I haven't done that many football games. I used to do one every weekend for about 20 years. I did a high school game. This is my second one this year, but this one is turning out to be one of the longest halves I can remember. I'm sure there were worse, but it's just been a long time. So it's 4th and 10. Old Orchard using their second timeout. Discuss what they're going to do here. If I'm Coach Paul St. Pierre, I'm reminding the guys, do not jump off sides. Watch the ball. Don't listen to the count of the quarterback. Watch the football, boys. At least this time, the 5 yards wouldn't give Old Orchard a first down, but it would make a much more makeable. Let's see if Old Orchard changes their mind here and decides to punt. Lord limped off, but now he's coming back in. So Lord is back in at quarterback. Mago will set up next to him. You got Davies and Pratt to the far side of the field, split out. They're going to roll to the right. They got some room out there. They're going to throw. Throw incomplete, almost intercepted, but doesn't matter. Just assume not intercepted unless you can take a yard, because the ball will turn over now for the Falcons. They'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line. So Freeport gets the ball back for the 3rd time today. Ulrichsen, big hole. Ulrichsen at the 40. Just looked like he was going to break away, and a great job at catching up and getting a piece. Davies. 25-yard carry for Ulrichsen. I thought he was off to the races there. So close. First down and 10. I formation. Mishu in the slot. Panciocco keeps it. He'll get a big gain up the middle. 13-yard carry. First down again for the Falcons. Maybe he's thinking that Lord's carried the ball so much, it's time for him to try one time. Beautiful little play. Just stepped back and then went right through the hole. Playing center today is Larrabee, a freshman, doing the snapping. He followed his block. Couldn't tell. I thought Benedict had it. He did not. It was Ulrichsen. No gain on the play. Still a ton of time here in the first half. 8:50. The clock does move. Cassell to the near side. Double slots. They'll run the toss to Benedict. Benedict, no room out there. It'll be 3rd and 10. Let's see if they run the counter play again with Mishu or a toss to Ulrichsen. The toss for Ulrichsen's been working. Ball just outside the 20-yard line of Old Orchard. They run the counter. That's what I was looking for. Mishu again. And guess what? Second 21-yard run for a touchdown for Aiden Mishu. Both his runs for TDs have been 21 yards. But that was one of the two plays I was looking for. And the Falcons here, let's see if they can convert the two-point conversion. That's been a money play for them today. Come in the powerhouse backfield, all three locked right in. Not again, wow, just short.
Kate Benedict up the middle. Short of the goal line. Freeport takes the lead 12-6.
Well, nobody's getting the two-point conversions today, but we are seeing some touchdowns and some good offense finally. And the Falcons lead 12-6 with 7:54 to play in the first half. You get a look down below of our cheerleaders and the young cheerleaders joining. Great crew out there, and it's gonna be hard to see the band. See if you can get a shot of the band gauge. We have the windows in the way. We're able to take out the two windows here in the press box so we can see in, but you get a piece of them. Band director Sean McEwen. But I'm sure our listeners and viewers have heard that the fall sports teams are doing really good. Football team looking for their 6th win with only 1 loss. The field hockey team won 11. I think they're 11-2-1. They're ready for the playoffs coming this Tuesday. They'll host Poland. Boys soccer team finished 9-3-2, beating Cape yesterday. 2 great goals off of corners. 2 different players kicking the corners into the middle. The first one was Ethan Prescott, put it out in front for Gabe Wagner. He headed it in. And then the second one was Will Winter, put it out in front, and Sam Tarini caught it just as it was coming down, drilled it in. And the girls soccer team lost last night, but they finished 8-4-2. And they're in postseason. It'll be Lord on the keeper again. I'd be real interested to know if hopefully someone's keeping a stat how many times he's carried the ball here in the first half. Reminds me when I played Pee Wee football. We had 4 plays, Harper right, Harper left, and then we had a running back named Dave Kay, and we had a toss right to him and a toss left to him. 4 plays. I used to get to run a lot of fun. I don't know if Dale Lord's having as much fun, but he is carrying the ball a lot. This time he'll fake the handoff and run again. Just barely back to the line of scrimmage.
Lord on the keeper again, brought down by Kate Benedict.
So it'll set up a 3rd and 10. Old Orchard at their own 48-yard line. 3rd and 10. I might have said 4th. 6:45. And clock moving here in the first half. They'll throw. Pratt and Davies going out. Throw off to the side. Goes off the hands of Tim Trott. The ball was there, but Trott couldn't reel it in. And that should be a punting situation for the Beach. And they've lost a lot of the momentum they had from the start with the onside kick and the drive for the touchdown. Freeport now starting to settle in a little bit. Still some silly penalties, but they're becoming less frequent. We're seeing less flags here too, dare I say. Freeport doesn't put anyone back, but that's a short kick off the side of Lord's foot. That won't get even 10 yards, I don't believe. Let's see where they spot that out. No, it'll be less than 10. They're moving it up, moving it up. It'll be a kick of 3 yards. Then the Falcons will take over at midfield. Freeport didn't send anyone back, and I guess didn't need to because the kick didn't go anywhere, but they were expecting Lord to go for it and throw the ball. Of course, he's their kickoff guy, he's their punter, he's their runner, he's their thrower. Kid's doing pretty much everything. The Falcons get the ball back at midfield, looking to up their lead. The toss is fumbled, ball on the floor. And luckily picked up by Demers, but Demers tried to pick it up and run with it. He should just get on it. He's lucky he started to pick it up, and then a guy came in at him from Old Orchard. He was able to fall down and stay with it. Loss of 5 on the play. It'll set up 2nd and 15 now for the Falcons, leading 12-6. Late developing play, but there's some room out there. Ulrichsen, nice spin move. He'll be just shy of the first down as he gets 14 yards. Slow developing play, took a while to get going. It'll set up a 3rd and short now. The ball just inside the 42. Freeport's line doing a pretty good job here today. Larrabee, Panenka, Alex Hanna, Matt Hines, Johnny Doyle. Some of the guys out there. Ulrichsen cuts in. Beautiful move. And Ulrichsen will have 7 yards in a first down. They run the toss. It's Mishu. They'll have a gain of about 8.
Mishu, the ball carrier for Freeport. Pick up about 7 yards, 2nd and 3.
We got a timeout called by the Falcons. 4:01 to play in the first half. Freeport leading 12-6. It's homecoming 2018. Falcons with a 2nd down and 2 now. They'll go to Ulrichsen off the right side. Doesn't get much, but he gets enough. Another first down. Lord in on the stop for Old Orchard.
Adam Ulrichsen carries the ball again. First down, Freeport.
Freeport would love to just eat up the clock here and score before the half. They're on the toss to Ulrichsen, trying to get the kick-out block. Good job at fighting off the kickoff block. Ulrichsen stays on his feet and then gets drilled. We do have another flag down.
Adam Ulrichsen taking the toss to the left. Stopped in the backfield.
There were 2 linemen out there trying to provide, or the backs to provide the kickout block, and they had the block, but Ulrichsen did not move inside of it, and he stayed out, and the defender was able to do a great job and was able to stay there and make the play. And now there's a flag against Freeport. Not only did they suffer a loss, but there's a face mask called against them. I wonder if it was on one of those kickout blocks. We'll set up a 2nd down and 22 for the Falcons. Ulrichsen comes split to the near side of the field. Panciocco starting to run. Mago there along with Paye as he gets drilled after a very short game. Freeport putting themselves in a hole again with the penalties. Let's see if they can overcome it here. Fox splits to the near side. They have double slots again. Ulrichsen goes in motion, looking to throw. Panciocco in trouble. And he throws it just as he's being tackled. It'll be incomplete. He'll stop the clock with 2:22 remaining in the half. But now it's a 4th down and 22. I think you got to keep the defense honest with throwing the ball a little bit, but Freeport is so good at running. I don't think they really even need to throw. They've gained big ones on. It looks like they're going to punt here. Mishu handling the punting. Good pressure. Good high hanging kick towards the sideline. That'll roll down to about the 13-yard line. And Olocho will start with it. 1st and 10, trailing 12-6. 2:14 still to play here in the first half. McCurk and Pratt come split to the near side for Old Orchard. Lord in the shotgun formation. He'll keep. Comes up the middle. Good gain on 1st down. Old Orchard has 1 timeout remaining here. They've used 2. So they'll have to be mindful of the clock. Freeport defense shifting around. Looks like Ulrichsen now on the tackle. That was actually Benedict. Looked like Ulrichsen was in there with him. Down to 1:20. Orchard maybe just thinking now to try to use up the clock here and not give Freeport another chance. Freeport now would be wise to use a timeout. They should be using a timeout here. Make them punt. Get the ball. You got time. Kind of surprised at that. They're deep in their own territory. The last punt was only 3-yard punt. Orchard waiting and letting the clock run down. And now Orchard calls the timeout.
Timeout, Old Orchard.
20 seconds left in the half. Orchard looking at a 4th and 5. And again, Lord has had one good punt and one not so good punt. I would use a timeout though, and I would have had him punt sooner. Give yourself. He could have saved and had about a minute or 50 seconds left, which we know that the backs of Freeport can break them. 20 seconds, still a chance though to get a return and a play or two. Freeport doesn't have anyone back yet. Let's see if Ulrichsen will drop back. And he booms it this time, making up for last time. Like I said, and no one was back, so. That'll stop the clock with 10 seconds left.
Response rolls to the Freeport 30-yard line.
Freeport just takes a knee, and that'll end the first half of play. After 24 minutes here in Freeport, Falcons 12, Old Orchard 6. We'll be back with our second half here in just a moment.
Freeport goes into halftime with a 12-6 lead.
Welcome back to Joan Benoit Samuelson Track and Field. Jay Harper along with Gage Arsenal bringing you today's action here on homecoming weekend. Freeport leading 12-6. The Seagulls started this game. To give you a recap here, they started kicking to Freeport. They ran an onside kick, and it was bobbled and recovered by the Seagulls. And then they had about a 14-play, 49-yard drive with multiple penalties on both sides, but Dale Lord, an 8-yard run, and put the Seagulls up 6-0. The 2-point conversion was stopped by the Falcons. And then it was later in the first quarter when Freeport mounted a drive of their own. Great running plays. And it was Aiden Mishu, a 21-yard run. And our 2-point try also failed. It was 6-6. And then in the second quarter, Freeport, another 21-yard run by Mishu, and the 2-point failed again, and we're at 12-6. Second half kickoff, and it's Pratt dancing around. Gets away from Freeport. They have a lot of players there, but Pratt, oh, careful. Very close to a late hit there on the sideline. Danny Fox in on the stop for Freeport. Definitely the weather has been improving throughout the day. As off to the north you can start to see some blue sky. Rain has stopped, and again, not a lot of wind here today, which is fortunate for the spectators for sure. Dale Lord, a quarterback, senior, he has been the featured back. He's either carrying it, throwing it, or kicking it for this team, and he's had some success, but Freeport has been dialed in on him. He'll carry on the first down. Big hole up the middle. Comes into the secondary. And they go to tackle him low, and Fox again on the stop. A gain of 13.
First down to Orchard.
Big opening series here, the second half. Seagulls looking to even this up. They trail 12-6. Lord this time gives to Mago, and he's brought down right on the outside. Demers having a good defensive game in on the stop. Hunter Demers playing middle linebacker, and he's been in on a lot of stops, and good short tackler, rugged kid. And he meets him, he takes him down usually. Mago a rare carry and not able to get a yard on that one. He actually lost one. Quick little pass over the middle, intercepted. I think it's Fox again. And he looks like he might have lost his wind. He's in a little bit of trouble there, but most likely it was just when the receiver fell on top of him, the way he's kicking his feet, most likely a loss of wind, which it's not fun, not pleasant. I've had it happen a few times, but it's not a big deal. Just give him some time, he'll be fine. But Danny Fox has really come out here and made an impact to start the second half. In on the tackle on the kickoff, and now an interception. He's all right, as we said. And the sun is starting to shine here, and the Falcons with a big turnover, and they'll take over 1st and 10, the ball at their own 40-yard line. And that's just what Coach Paul St. Pierre was looking for. A turnover and a stop, and now the Falcon offense, see if they get going again. They've had some great running today from all three backs, and even Panciocco got in on one nice run, gain of 13 on a quarterback draw of sorts. Come out of the eye, it's Ulrichsen. Ulrichsen only a gain of 1 on the play.
And Ulrichsen out the middle for a short gain, second down.
All three backs have great moves and speed, and it's hard to tell if you can't see their numbers. And I kind of like their numbers at 22, 33, and 44, increments of 11. But they all have showed their great moves here today. Ulrichsen again off the right side into the secondary. Ulrichsen, a gain of 11 yards and a first down inside Seagull territory.
First down, Freeport. Pick up about 12 yards.
Going off the right tackle side right there. Enough room to get him in the secondary. We're just waiting for him to pop one. So far, the Seagull secondary has done a great job at tackling and being that last wall of defense. They have Trott and Lord back there. And, of course, Dale Lord is a player. We know that. Handoff off the right side. That was Benedict on the carry. Gain of 5.
Gain of about 5 yards, second down.
Offensive line has been doing a great job here this afternoon, and a lot of players filling in for some players that are out. Michoud again. Is he off to the races? Breaks a tackle, brought down at the 15-yard line. A gain of 33 yards for Michoud. Again, talked about this at the outset. All three backs can bring it. Triple-headed monster just blowing through holes, and they get into the secondary. They can make people miss. First and 10, the ball at the 15-yard line. It'll be a toss to Ulrichsen. Cuts inside. Gain of 5. Goes outside. Ulrichsen to Pater. 15-yard run for the junior. And he puts the Falcons up by 2 scores. Let's see if Freeport can convert on a 2-point try. And Ulrichsen gets his first touchdown of the afternoon. Power backfield. Ulrichsen. Finally, the arms go up with the official, and it's a 2-point conversion successful. And the Falcons now lead 20-6. You're watching Freeport's Educational Channel 14 and Freeport Falcon football. Ulrichsen able to get all 8 points there. And a perfect start to the second half for the Falcons and their coaching staff as they get the interception from Danny Fox, and then just let's run the ball, folks. And Ulrichsen and Benedict and Mishu, and it was finally Ulrichsen from 15 yards out. And Falcons trying to make this a successful homecoming. The first homecoming here at Joan Benoit Samuelson Track and Field. Yesterday, the boys soccer team won. The girls team unfortunately lost 1-0. Tough game, both games against Cape Elizabeth. Powerful teams this year. Freeport certainly showing their power. A low squibbing kick. Got to get it. Freeport's got it. Oh my. Cassell. It had the spin on it, and the Orchard receiver was not alert enough. And hey, turnaround's fair play. Wasn't an intended onside kick, but it works out for the Falcons. Right back on offense. Looking a little sharper here to start the second half. The kick was spinning with lots of spin on it. And as it twisted to the sideline, the Orchard players started to look for it and started to go for it, and then it was too late. By the time Cassell was there and had it in his grasp, caught it right off the fly. 1st and 10, a little mix up there. Pansykio in trouble. He'll get thrown down for a 4-yard loss. Payet in on the stop along with Lord. But
loss of about 4 yards. Second down.
Falcons want to take advantage of this. Leading 20-6. Second down and 14 now. Mishu comes in motion. They run a toss to Benedict. And Payet right in the backfield again quickly. He's made 2 really fine plays. Jacob Payet, only a sophomore for the Beach. He's a little more fired up. He may have been the player. I didn't see the player that was looking to field that kickoff, and it may have been him. And that made him a little mad now when he's trying to make amends for it. But regardless, he's had 2 fine defensive plays in a row. And Freeport now looking at a 3rd down and 18 yards. Freeport has yet to complete a pass here today. It's all been the running game. Pressure again. Pansykio runs out, now throws. Complete. Caught by Mishu. How are they waving that off? He said he stepped out before he caught it, apparently. I didn't see that. Looked like he caught it and stayed in. I was worried about Pansykio being across the line of scrimmage before he threw that ball. But unfortunately, Freeport not able to capitalize on their second straight turnover. And that'll bring Mishu into punt. Mishu goes on a fake, and he goes nowhere. A player down for Freeport. Orchard will get good field position, able to revert that. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back in a moment. Matt Hines able to walk off limping, hopefully okay. And the Falcons now go on defense. Orchard with good field position at their own 47-yard line. Paye on the carry, but he gets nowhere. Loss of 3 on the play. Cam DeRozier just into the lineup and made the tackle. DeRozier only a freshman. Lowered out of the shotgun. Paye deep behind him. They go to Paye. Nope, that's Pratt. Pratt, number 2, gets the carry. And he gets taken right down out there. Mishu just jackknifes his feet right out from underneath him. And that'll set up a 3rd and 12 now for the Beach. Old Orchard 3-3 on the year. The Falcons 5-1. And 2 of the better teams in their division. Poland, the leader, and then Freeport and Old Orchard. And so far this has been a good one. Freeport up 14. Big 3rd down here for Old Orchard. And we'll have a flag and most likely offsides this time on Old Orchard. It is. So it'll be 3rd and 17.
Penalty, 3rd and 17 from the 40-yard line.
Today we're down inside the lower level I mentioned earlier. I like the view from here, and I like being out of the wind. Pop the 2 windows out. I mean, the roof's a nice place, but with the wind up there, it can be brutally cold. Signals coming from the sideline. Old Orchard doesn't huddle. They just watch and then get ready. And Pratt to the near side. He'll be, and now it's lowered and run. He cuts inside. Nice cut, but there for the good stop, Falcons. Mishu in on the stop for Freeport. And Panenka, nice job there. It's 4th down and 9, and it looks like Dale Lord will punt. Freeport still no one back. I'm not sure why they're not putting at least one guy back. I get you want to watch him because he has the dangerous thing to run, but a long count. And again, a short kick, no one back. And again, takes that big Old Orchard bounce and get someone back there. They're fair catching that, and you're saving 15 yards. Freeport will take over deep in their own territory, leading 20-6. 4:56 here to play in the 3rd quarter. You're watching Falcon football on Freeport's educational Channel 14. So the Falcons now looking 90 yards to pay dirt, trying to put this game away. Up 14, a 3rd touchdown would most likely be enough, but still only a 14-point lead. Old Orchard not out of this yet. The referee holding things up. Defensive line of Old Orchard has started to penetrate through and disrupt plays before they start. And again, nothing happening there.
Ulrichsen, the ball carrier for Freeport.
Number 51, Bradley Hool, in on the stop for the Seagulls. It'll be 2nd and 11, actually a loss of a yard on the play. Again, a lot of injuries and some players not playing today. Starting to take a toll on that offensive line, but they have played so well. Matt Hines now getting back to the sideline, talking to the coaches, saying, I think I'm ready to go back. Ulrichsen up the middle. Ball comes out. Ooh, so lucky there. Offensive line alertly back on it. I think it was Larrabee that saw it and got on it.
Ball carried by number 22.
Ulrichsen almost coughed it up, but he gains 4 yards. It'll be 3rd and 7. It's been a tough day for Panciocco throwing, too, because he has no time back there. He's been unable to get anything. They run the fake counter, and this time Old Orchard ready for it. And a short gain. It'll set up 4th and long, and Freeport will have to send out the punting unit. They'll have to punt from deep in their own territory. Old Orchard will send back Pratt to return. Mishu doing the kicking. Good high but short kick. And takes a Old Orchard bounce back towards the Falcons. A short kick. And Old Orchard will start 1st and 10 from their own, from Freeport's 38-yard line. And again, still plenty of time in this one. 2:52 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Jay Harper along with Gage Arsenal bringing you this contest as Freeport trying to improve to 6-1 on the season. With 1 game remaining on their regular schedule. Lord again. Dale Lord.
Lord carries up the middle.
Freeport is at Sockabee Valley next Friday night for their regular season conclusion.
About 2 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Gain of 2. They give it, ball loose. Falcons got it. Mago didn't have control of it right from the outset. A bad exchange between him and Lord. Cam DeRogers, the freshman, on top of it. Freeport, the third takeaway, excuse me. Third turnover for the Beat, but 3rd takeaway for the Falcons here in the 2nd half. Benedict up the middle. He finds some room this time. Nice gain on 1st down. Benedict gets at least 7 there, and that'll set up a 2nd and 3. Well, they spot it back. They move it back a little bit, more like 6-yard gain. Falcons can definitely afford to be patient here. Once again, in the middle with the fullback. Benedict, another 6. Using that hole on that, just off the center, between the center and the guard, and Larrabee, the freshman at center, he's been doing a nice job out there today, and they're finding room in that middle. Clock continues to move here in the third quarter. Minute 25 left in the quarter. Ulrichsen gets behind the big guy. Oh my, that was impressive. Alex Hanna was leading the way there, and Ulrichsen got behind him, and Hanna popped the guy in front of him. And a gain of 9 on the play. And they are featuring the run up the middle. Hanna at left guard. Lorden on the stop for Old Orchard. So third and a long one now. Big play here for the Beach defense. If they want to stay in this one, they got to come up with a stop. They run the toss this way. They'll have room. First down and some more. Mishu. Nice play call there. Orchard was stacking the middle, expecting it in the middle. And again, Panciocco hasn't had much success today throwing the ball, but he does such a great job at distributing and handing the ball off and running his fakes. That is so important as a quarterback, and only a sophomore, he does very well at that. And that'll conclude our third quarter here. And the Falcons still leading 20-6. We'll take a break. Back with quarter number 4. As you can see, the players putting up 4. Here we go. Falcons trying to win Homecoming 2018. Back with you. Fourth quarter action about to start. Falcons 1st and 10, leading 20-6. And again, Ulrichsen in the middle. The big boys up front pushing the Orchard defense back. Orchard gave a valiant effort a little while ago. The first couple of series, they made a big stop, but they got to be getting worn down. Freeport just running the ball. And again, impressed with the offensive line. Johnny Doyle's another big guy up there, number 78, that's been pushing back and doing some nice things at that offensive line. Larrabee, Hanna, Panenka, those guys have done a great job except for 1 or 2 series. Benedict again fighting in the middle. He'll be close. But as I was saying, the quarterbacking, such an overlooked art of handing and faking and executing your fakes, and I'm impressed. Panciocco does a great job at that, and his backs certainly know what to do with the ball once they get it. They come with the I formation. Now Mishu will come in motion across the field. Ulrichsen off the right. He doesn't get much, but he'll have enough for a first down. Hool in there for the Beach. Again, 52. There's not a 52 listed, I don't believe. Hard to know who that is. Not the best laid out roster I've seen. Freeport now down at the 20-yard line. Trying to put this one away. Third touchdown here with just the fourth quarter could be the end for the Beach. Ball comes out. I said that, didn't I? Fumble, and Lord's got it. It comes out again, but they're going to say no, he was down. Falcons cough it up. They've been playing so well and using the takeaways against Old Orchard, but deep inside the Beach territory, Lord a little banged up. No surprise there. He's got the ball again. Fighting for extra yards in the middle. And there was enough for a first down. Old Orchard now, see if they can capitalize on the turnover. They got a long way to go. They start at their own 19-yard line. 10-12 to play in the fourth. Looked like a quick snap there. Big mistake there. Oh, my. That was Benedict in on the stop. Is that a flag on the field? I believe it's unsportsmanlike conduct, but I'm not sure. I didn't see anything. So they'll mark off 15 yards and
15-yard penalty in the unsportsmanlike call against Freeport.
apparently it's not enough for a first down. It was a spot foul. Apparently it'll bring up 2nd and 1. And
it is after the play. 2nd down. 1 yard to go for Old Orchard.
unsportsmanlike on Freeport. Not a first down achieved. It'll be 3rd and short now for Old Orchard. Again, Freeport playing so well, and again, the bugaboo came back. Turnover and penalty. That's what started this game for Freeport. Turnovers and penalties. Looks like they were marching in for the finishing touches to put this one away, and now they got to dig in and play some good defense. 3rd and 2. And again, you know it's going to be Lord, and it is. He's got a big hole off the right side. Gain of 6 yards. I'll get it out to the 34-yard line. Lord looking to throw. Fires it out there. Got a man out. 2 defenders there. Intercepted. Getting help from the safety coming over. So that one picked off by 43. Tony Cassell, freshman. And he came over providing safety help. Got up there and picked it off. I believe that was Danny Cassell on coverage, and Tony came in to give his presumably brother a hand. So the Falcons take it right back. 4th turnover for Old Orchard here in the second half. And now Freeport once again goes back on the offensive attack and tries to put this game away, out of reach. Lord throws a good ball out there, but Freeport's had really good coverage other than that first pass of the game when he found Pratt down the sideline for 30 yards. Freeport has had excellent coverage, but the ball is right there for both the receiver and the defender to do battle for the ball. Freeport at that time getting the safety help and the interception. A toss for Mishu. Mishu gets a couple. I'd love to, wish we had statisticians up here, you know, and those big TV broadcasts, they have guys that just hand stats to the play-by-play guys, so I have all that information. But if you look at Benedict, Mishu, and Ulrichsen, I'd like to know who's got more yards who's rushed for more. I mean, I bet they're both all around 60 to 70 yards. It's been impressive. Like I said, it's a three-headed monster. This time it's Ulrichsen, but he gets banged right at the line of scrimmage. Both 56 and 51 for Old Orchard in on the stop. 51 is Hool. 56 is Brock Cantra. Both doing a great job. So Freeport forced to punt. Plenty of time. Short kick away from Pratt. Takes a bounce. Oh, he thinks about it but decides not to. Good roll for Freeport. As that'll roll all the way down to the 25-yard line.
Rolls down to the 25-yard line.
So,
Old Orchard will take over there.
35-yard kick for Mishu, and Old Orchard still not out of it. 7 minutes and 4 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. They trail 20-6. Falcons done a great job at getting the turnovers here, but the last couple of possessions have gone nowhere. The one before that was going somewhere, but then the Falcons turned it over themselves. Flag goes down. It's Pratt running the ball this time. He'll get a couple, but there is yet another yellow flag. This game is not going to win any awards for prettiness, both with turnovers on both sides and penalties on both sides. Offside, so that'll set the Beach back 5. First and 15. Lord will throw. Looking out in the flat, fires. Oh my. Mago was there. The ball came through a couple of defenders and probably was blocked for a little bit, but it hit the target. Mago slaps himself in the helmet, frustrated.
Second down and 15.
It'll be Lord. He gets popped in the middle.
Tackle made by number 21, Hunter Demers.
Demers in on the stop along with Pananka. Those two have been in a lot. Miles doing a great job both on the offense and the defensive line. Lord's going to run. Looking for a hole. Not much there. And we'll set up a 4th and 10. Almost to the point where Old Orchard's going to have to seriously consider going for it here, but tough place to go for it, deep in your own territory. But if they give it back to Freeport here, that could be the end. Band's still here, still playing. Homecoming dance tonight. You going, Gage? Gage is not going. There'll be a lot of disappointed ladies out there tonight. It's been a great weekend. I've been here 19 years at Freeport to see this field and what it's brought. The new addition and the beautiful cafeteria. Tonight the dance is so big it's going into the gym. That'll be interesting how that plays out. But field hockey, soccer, cross country, football, big weekend. All the teams doing so well this fall. The golf team finished 3rd in the state. That's pretty awesome. Coach Lawson and his gang. Improvement from last year. They keep getting better. It's just fun to see in the band here today. Cheerleaders bringing out the young ones and mentoring them. Great day. And Freeport right now in a position to put this one away. 5 minutes left. They have the ball at midfield. And let's see what the three-headed monster brings in this next series. Old Orchard using a timeout. Again, the big thing is they got to take care of the football. PA announcer Peter Wagner listing off the corporate sponsors that have helped all the sports here at Freeport. That is a big deal. It adds. It certainly does. And the fans have been fantastic coming to all these games, and just so thrilled that we got the bleachers and a pretty good press box to go with it. Again, I've done games for years and years, and you can rate press boxes, and they can be done poorly or not done with enough space. This one, not bad. You can get 2 team cameras here. You have the roof up above. Inclement weather brought us down. Luckily, we had room down here to do it. And they're going to throw, trying to put this one away. Oh, my. Freeport going for the jugular there. The pass intended for Mishu. He almost ran underneath that one with the speed that he's got. Freeport. Again, gambling and trying to put it away with the touchdown, but now they put themselves 10 yards back and will face a 1st and 20, and they're back to their own 40-yard line. I can't wait for spring sports, too, and to see some track and field events here at Freeport. We've had some good track teams over the years, and I'm sure Coach Greer and company will be excited to see some fan support. Nice toss. Ulrichsen gets 10 of it back. And we got lacrosse teams will be playing on this field in the spring. I don't know how many I'll get to see, though. Of course, coach the boys' tennis team, and looking forward to that next year. Certainly have kids talking about tennis here in the fall. Can't wait for the season to start. That's the first time I've heard that in my 19 years of coaching. But the kids are motivated, excited to come back for next year. It'll be Ulrichsen left. Needs a block. Good no block out there. Ulrichsen beats the man himself. Good job. I think it was Fox out there, Connor Fox, at the wide-up position, was about to make the block and realized it would be a block in the back, so he did not block it, and Ulrichsen beat the man on by himself. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps moving. Big third down play for Old Orchard for sure. They need to stop. Now it's no longer about points. It's coming down to time on the clock. As Freeport can milk that clock down another couple of minutes, this thing is definitely over. They run the toss this way. Mishu trying to get outside. Gets outside. Oh, he had to dive for the first down, but he's got to come up just short. Stops the clock, 3:31. It'll be 4th and 1. And you would think the Falcons will gamble here and go for it. Yeah, Mishu going out of bounds was not smart, and I think he could have, looks like they might punt. I think he could have dove and stayed in bounds and dove for an extra yard. They want a power backfield, and they'll get a first down. I was so confused by that. Adam Ulrichsen, though, able to get the handoff. It looked like they sent out the looking for a word, I can't find it. They were looking to send out the staff or the special teams players. So they were going to punt, and they had no one back to punt. And they're in the same thing now. Just use the clock. The clock's ticking down to 3:15, and they're going to run some just straight-ahead power offense, it looks like. A delayed handoff. Ulrichsen again.
Ulrichsen again with a 3-yard gain. Second down.
Just set up a wall and let Ulrichsen try to find his way through. Very interesting. Called Jumbo, Gage Arsenal tells me. And younger brother Cody Arsenal in out there. I was trying to figure out, he just stands behind the line and creates another wall in the Jumbo, along with Cam DeRozier. And now it looks like they've sent the personnel. That was the word I was looking for. Personnel. You should have helped me with that, Gage. Looks like they send out their regular personnel now. Powerhouse backfield, a three-headed monster back there. Who gets it? And now, yellow. We have to get another yellow. He's blaming a lineman for shifting his shoulder. You can see him coming up and saying that.
5-yard penalty.
Twitched his shoulder. Yeah.
Third down and 9.
Big call with a minute 40 left. Well, we've had a lot of flags and a lot of turnovers here today. Not sure which we've had more of. I think we've had more flags, but we did have quite a few turnovers as well. They'll run the toss with Ulrichsen. Oh, beautiful kick-out block on the outside. Ulrichsen's got the first down. He'll be taken down around the 20-yard line. A beautiful kick-out block on the outside.
And Ulrichsen goes left for a big gain. Big block by Aiden Mishu.
And the only downside of that play was he went out of bounds, but it is academic, as they say. This one is a W in the books. Freeport overcoming turnovers and penalties, but have enough to beat the beach. Grew up in Saco, right next to Old Orchard. Yeah, spent a lot of time in the big city of OOB, as we like to call it. OOB. The Seagulls have had some great football teams over the years. They have been a wonderful team playing in Class C for a long, long time, but enrollment dropping and struggling in both Freeport and Old Orchard, moving down into the Class E ranks, and Falcons are improving to 6-1, as we said, next Friday at Shakopee Valley. Coach St. Pierre and his staff pretty pumped up. Got to take away some of the mistakes, but just taking the knees now and letting it count down. But Freeport with wins over Boothbay Wiscasset, a combined team. The loss to Poland, and then wins over Camden Hills, Telstar, Dirigo, and Trape. And now add Old Orchard Beach to the W column. A 20-6 win here today at Joan Benoit Samuelson Track and Field. And the Falcons will enjoy homecoming weekend. They put another W in the books. And again, I wish I had statistics for the rushing yards for the three-headed monster. I would say Ulrichsen probably gained the most, but he had great help from both Benedict and Mishu. Mishu, 2 21-yard touchdown runs. Ulrichsen, a 15-yard run and a 2-point conversion. And as I've mentioned a few times, Panciocco didn't complete any passes today, but boy, he does hand the ball off and run the fakes and really run that offense. And the defense today was terrific. Again, Old Orchard not that diverse, but Lord is a heck of a player, and they were able to keep him in check, especially after that first drive when he scored and they moved down the field. But it is a great day to be a Falcon. That's what Peter Wagner just said over the PA system. And now the teams are shaking hands down below. I want to thank Gage Arsenal for being up here with me today and running the camera. And again, just a real great weekend of sports here at Freeport. For my partner here, Gage Arsenal, I'm Jay Harper saying so long. We'll see you again real soon. Falcons win 20-6. Have a good day.